with your family and, you know, all of that. But today I wanted to talk to you about joining my travel team. And so I want to back up so you have a little bit of context, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about the possibility of you becoming a travel pro and joining my team. And then I want to talk to you just a little bit about what excites me about being in travel and why it might be a good fit for you. So, from a young age, I've had some type or another of a health issue. And I've had surgery and done the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. And I knew that it was going to be hard for me to work, you know, the regular 9 to 5 job. And as you know, nowadays, even a 9 to 5 job is not enough to support a household. And so I was open to the idea of entrepreneurship. And I don't know if that resonates with anyone else, but most of us know that there's more month than money in most households. And if you have enough money, then you have no time. And if you have time, you may not have as much money. And if you're lucky and you have, you know, lots of money and lots of time, then you find yourself kind of alone, right? Like, the people around you then are busy working, trying to make a living, trying to keep the lights on and put food on the table. And so I started off in Mary Kay, which is a company that I still love. I still buy the products. I think it's amazing. And I left Mary Kay, and my family members would get involved with something, and I would sign up to help them. And, you know, I really didn't have much of an intent of growing the business. And then years later, I went to a company called Organic Gold, and really loved the company, but just had like this challenge growing the team, growing the business side of it. And so after like 5-6 years of that, it was like, you know, I just have to let it go. I'm investing money, but I'm not seeing the return. And I'm not blaming the company for that. I'm simply saying that that's where I found myself. So it took a long time for me to get involved with something after that, and I came in contact with a company that was a travel company, and I liked the team there. I liked the person that I came into the company under. I had been open to travel, so I thought it would be great. I'd be able to spend some time with my family, my husband, my kids, and spend some time with myself and get away from work. And wouldn't it be great if we could do that and then also earn some money while doing it? So I kind of saw the upside to it. And so I stayed with that company and that team, and I found it to be a challenge. Like, I would ask a question about how do you do this or how do you do that, or I'm ready to grow, I just need more input, I need to know what I need to do. I sound like Johnny 5 from Short Circuit, but input, like I was saying, please, I need help. And it felt like if I wasn't growing a team, then the people that at that point were still on the team, because a large part of the team left and went to another company, but the people that were still on the team didn't really want to have anything to do with it because they were builders and not necessarily interested in travel. I was really interested in travel. I wanted to sell travel. I wanted to book travel. I wanted to get away, and I really wanted to have a go of it and make it a business. And so I was with that company for 2.5, 3 years, something like that. And just a few months back, I guess it was the beginning of this year, actually. The beginning of this year, one of the people that was on my team that also had been asking for support said, hey, I met this person, and I decided to go with this other company. And I had been looking for another company, actively looking for another company. And so, yeah, so anyhow, so he said, you know, I went over here, there's a whole heck of a lot more travel support. If you decide that you want to grow a team of travel pros and go with that part of it, then that's an option. If you decide that you want to only do the travel portion only, then that's an option, and there's no pressure if you want to do both or you want to do one or the other or whatever. And I felt like, well, that's a win-win-win-win-win for me, right? Like, that's a lot of wins, but that's how I felt. And so I came over to this team, and most of you guys know that a couple of years ago, I didn't know if I was going to be alive, let alone thinking about doing other things. But I was at that point really wanting to do something to supplement the income in our family, and it needed to be something I could do majority of it from home. So there's the background. So this is what I'm looking for in someone that may be interested in doing travel. I'm looking for someone who wants something more. That's simple. I'm looking for someone who enjoys travel. I'm looking for someone who wants to spend that time with their family, or wants to get away by yourself. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm around these people, and these are historically have been like my circle, but I'm really looking to break out of that. I get that. So I'm looking for someone who's open. That's the bottom line. The company is looking for people that are open, who understand that there's going to be work involved, and it's not a little work. It's not like you're going to do absolutely nothing and everything's going to be at your foot. It's not a get rich quick kind of a thing. Doesn't work that way. I'm looking for people that understand that most businesses don't make money in their business for the first 5 years. Like, you understand that 3 to 5 year realm is what happens for most businesses in making money. So someone that's willing to invest the time, and someone who understands that there's going to be some capital that you're going to have to invest. Now, I'm not talking like $200,000 or something like that, but you're going to need business cards. Actually, some of us lately have a business card that's on our cell phone, so you can do that as well. But the other day, I was at a travel training, and they asked for a business card, and I was like, who uses business cards anymore? Anyhow, so you might want to invest in a small amount of business cards for those events where people aren't electronically sophisticated enough to do the cell phone thing. But you're going to need to buy business cards. You likely will want to invest in some things for your office, maybe a webcam, maybe you'd want to do what I'm doing and do it on social media or on the internet. So I did get a microphone. I actually had a custom computer built so that I knew I had what I was going to need. Someone actually generously gave me, not just myself, but a nice heavy desk. But that was a me thing. You'll make your decisions about the things that you consider important to me or to you. You may decide to invest in certain books. If you're planning on growing a team, you may want to get some things on leadership. You may want to get some information on self-development. If you're planning on doing travel only, then you want to get an idea of where things are on the globe. So you may decide to invest in a globe, or books on geography, or places that people want to go and visit around the world, like popular destinations for people. You may decide, I want to do travel, but I really don't want to do tropical vacations. Like, I would prefer to do Europe, or I'd prefer to do Asia only. Some people do that. So you may want to then invest in books or information about those destinations. So everything is not given to you. You will pay your monthly dues for website, for back office, for continuing education. It's a nominal fee. It's nothing crazy. And nominal to me, I'll say to me, it's less than $100 a month. I'll put it like that. And you may want to invest in things like education for social media marketing specifically, or word of mouth marketing, or the things that are important to you, the direction you want to go in a business. So that's kind of a nice idea of what to expect. You may invest in t-shirts. I actually made a couple of t-shirts for my business with my business logo on that. You will probably want to come up with a business name, and you'll want to come up with a logo, and those things tend to cost a little bit of money. I actually designed my own logo, so there you go. But you'll have some things that come with being in business that you'll want to know and understand up front. So that's that. The exciting part about it is, for me, I'm one of 7 children, and one of my brothers passed away a couple of years ago. And I was in the other company at that point, travel company, and we'd invited him and his family to go on a small cruise that was like 4 days, and it was, not super expensive, and I felt like everyone in our family would be able to, go at this price point. Most people were able to go, but my brother wasn't able to go, and his family wasn't able to go. They already had plans for something else. And a couple of months later, after we came back, he was in a car accident and he didn't live. And that stuck with me, because the whole reason I wanted to travel was to spend time and make more memories with my family. Like, you're not going to get more time. Very rarely does a new island ever pop up from the ocean. The planet's not making more dirt, is what I'm saying. It's going to be harder to make the United States bigger, to get a whole bunch more property, something new where people haven't gone. So you can spend money. Money comes and goes. You can have a job. Job comes and goes. The memories will stay with you. They'll stay. And what it does to your spirit, what it does to your soul, what it enhances in you, that will stay with you. And so today I'm barefaced. I have no makeup on. I pulled everything up. I didn't want you to see the mask. I didn't want you to see the buttoned up, the shroud that sometimes people wear in order to put off a certain air. I wanted you to see Liz. I wanted you to see that I was real. I wanted you to see that this is coming from the kindest place of my spirit. And I wanted you to know that, hey, look, there's another way out there. If this is something you've been looking for, or something you've been interested in or thinking about, and, some travel is something that you enjoy, this might be a good fit for you. I'd be glad to give you more information, but it was really on my heart tonight to talk to you guys a little bit about actually being on the travel side of things, and not just the fact, not just being on the side of travel, but being an entrepreneur, doing something that is a benefit to you and your family, but also something that's a benefit to other people, that you can share this with someone else, because most of us work a job that we don't like. Actually, I work in ultrasound. I enjoy my clients, but health-wise, I know that I'm going to need something else. So there's that. I'm at the beginning. I chose not to build a team right from the very beginning. I wanted to kind of get my feet underneath me with the travel portion, and I'm still working on it. I'm not saying it's like I'm making $100,000 a month or something like that. I'm working on it, but I'm at a point where I'm open and I'm willing to do the work. So there you go. And really, it'd be great to have people to travel with, to go away to do things with, that have the same interests and speak the same language and all that great stuff. So, but most of us work a 9-to-5 job, or we work a job, or a career that has become a job. We thought we were going to have all of this money, and we found ourselves with no time, or this job was going to give us time, but God, we're bored. Yeah, okay, we have time, but we're bored again. Or like I said, you have time and you have money, but everybody's busy because they're trying to earn. So you don't have to go back to college to do this. You don't have to go and spend, $500,000 or something and able to be able to have another revenue stream in your home. You don't have to do that. You can earn while you learn. You can hang out with people that are positive, that are doing things in their lives for the better, and you can have some fun and see some new places while you're at it. So that was on my heart. I really wanted to tell you guys about that. I've been saying for a while that I would share this information with you, but I haven't really been in the place where I felt like, okay, maybe it's time now. It's time. And I went from maybe it's time to, yeah, you know what? It's time. I'm open to that. And So for that, I'm thankful. And thank you for listening, because I know you don't have to. I know you can make lots of choices, and the sky is the limit. There's lots of companies out there that, are looking to grow in their ranks, and looking to have new members come on and whatnot. And you could have chosen any of those places or any of those people to spend time with, and you chose to spend your time with me. So I thank you for that. Don't forget to like us on social media, share, get social, subscribe. Please visit us on YouTube. We're working at growing that channel as well. Like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, like us on Pinterest. We're kind of all over the place. I'm growing, and I'm growing slowly, but I'm growing, and that's great. And so we will see you guys on the very next video. If you have questions, which most people do, you can either comment at the bottom of the video, you can instant or direct message me. I'm always around. I'm always around. And probably Facebook is the easiest, but Instagram works too. So we're Travel Start 67 on both places, Instagram and Facebook. So just at me, and or direct message me, and that's that. So we'll see you soon, okay? Bye, guys. Bye.